evolution. It's about to get critical. This moment is pivotal. Here to feed the streets that say my influence umbilical. We gon' make it grimy. Never get behind me. Told you I'm the best. I done said it with my chest. So for real, nobody try me.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's time for me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big crowds. They already gone by the size of me. I don't really give a fuck. Put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose the opportunity, you suck. Don't make way for a prodigy.
And I say, one for the money and two for the love. We the new era, so whoever may feel they above. Live in delusion, that's an illusion, that's absent of. Keep it together, don't act like you didn't know what it was. I'm on a whole nother planet, I'm about to show you. This wouldn't work if we planned it, meaning you won't understand it. We have to rings like a Saturn. This feel like splitting an atom. We've gotten bored with the pattern, so now we up and we at 'em. Watch out for my evolution. Around and start a revolution. I am more than a being, I'm an institution. If I gotta reiterate, that's where I'ma lose it. It's my world and I'm generous and let y'all peruse it. How obnoxious, she ain't got a conscience. She's okay with being a little absurd and pompous. That's because I kill it, then stick around just to haunt it. Waiting on my thank you, be grateful that I would even let you watch it.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The second of two games tonight, it's the Browns and Steelers underway to wrap up Week 2. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
A guy coming off his best season as a pro. Here's Nick Chubb. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Down to about the 45. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 6. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And it's 3rd down. If you look at this Steeler defense, we know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into Week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On first down, it's Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big targeted tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. Here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Tannehill. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. If you look at this Browns defense, they come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit inside the 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Back to throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down, take the completion, keep moving.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get...
There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Now they send a man in motion right. Tannehill going to get this forward on the jet sweep. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are back within a score. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
The Browns needed a true #1 receiver when they dealt for Cooper, and he took on that role immediately. Over 1,100 yards and a career-best 9 touchdowns in 2022. Their now established top target picks up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Felton. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 8. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 78 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. The Steelers 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On second down, this is Harris. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Tannehill. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And here's Freiermuth again. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus his zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
Quick. Deep.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. On second down, here's Tannehill. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Tannehill now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Now a give, running left is Harris. Only about a yard there as he takes him from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Tannehill on third and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
A 34-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Got to say, Charles, a little surprising to have a kick this short blocked. Usually that happens on the longer ones, but great job by the special teams to kind of sift through there and get a hand on it.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of football over time, partner, and you're right about it. Typically, the longer field goals start lower because they have so much more ground to cover to get to the post. And that's when you get a hand on it. These short ones, you're able to pop it up in the air pretty quickly. Normally, you get height. In this case, extra effort to block that one.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Watson. And got his man complete. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. He's got the connection to Moore. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Watson now to throw. And that's incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On 3rd down, Felton. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Well, Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this 1st half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
2nd and 10, Tannehill once more. And his throw here is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Flushed out right. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. To throw is Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he quickly clocks it, and they're going to have a good shot at getting 3 here before the break. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. York able to send this one through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan
These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. He's got a man complete inside the 20 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point now by Boswell. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Watson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. A terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Watson changing the play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. There you go, Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. You're fine.
Here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And Chubb going to push forward and pick up a Browns 1st down as he'll get this up to the 32. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Back to throw, Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Watson's pass intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's Tannehill. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And this is something you don't see too much of. Fullbacks trying to stretch the field. But he does a nice job there getting lost out in space and comes up with a really nice gain.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Hip. Hurry. Go, deep.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a... Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. In motion right is Austin. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
On. Stay.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. It's brought in by Harris. So no gain on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Deep. Where you at?
Now Tannehill. Able to find his man. It's other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First catch so far by Pickens. It's good for a first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's Tannehill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. From the gun on third down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What a run there. I mean, you got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached to get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands, and guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
Alert! Alert! 26! I 59! I 59!
Off of play action, it's Watson. Out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And now thrown incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They go with Chubb on second down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on third down, Watson. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th-quarter lead. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Harris running straight ahead, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. That's swung out wide to Harris. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Tannehill. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Now inside the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So now on comes the Browns offense as they'll try for 2 more. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
There you go. Right here.
This is 1st and 10.
Tight right, tight right. Yo.
Now Tannehill. That's to Freiermuth. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Hips, hips, hips. Block, block. Yo.
Tannehill. That's caught by Johnson. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Throwing Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Deep, deep. Yo, chip left, chip left. Back to the high. Run.
Tannehill to throw. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Boswell for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. York able to send this one through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yeah. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hand that to the football and keep the clock ticking.
In this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Browns, it was a great...
It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever. The gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters and hold the comments. Cause I promise you I'm honestly better than whoever came to your head right then. They ain't cut from the same thread like him. They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him. Cause they don't love it. 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 I've been laid back so long, I'm trying to get turned. Searching my name, dog, that's how you get hurt. Being likable, I'm trying to be unbreakable. I just realized that this whole